know, a game like this will never make me mad. Like I could never get upset at playing a silly little game. Like, are you kidding?
Hey, thank you for tuning in. My name's Kyle.
And I'm Steven.
And we just got out of the best week of the year. I had so much fun at Backyard Olympics. Steven, did you have fun?
Oh, it was absolutely amazing.
It was awesome. But right now, check out this quick highlight video from the things that happened this last week.
Well, those were some really amazing moments. I know that some of my favorite moments were in there. How about you, Kyle?
Yeah, it was seriously one of my favorite weeks of the year, and it was just awesome being able to relive that again. And I don't know, I might watch it again and again and again.
I might have to join you on that.
Over and over again.
We have something else exciting coming up this next week. We are starting HC Kids TV up north for the month of July. So whether you're actually up north or whether you're at home, we can't wait to share with you some of our cool stuff that we're doing for the month of July.
Are you going up north, Steven?
You know, Kyle, I just might hitch a ride with someone.
Like sneak in someone's
suitcase.
Trunk or suitcase?
Trunk of clothes.
Oh, nice. I guess that's one way to get up there. It's a cheaper way too.
It's my tradition.
I can't wait to see those videos. I'm definitely going to live through all those other people's vacations. I bet they have so much fun.
Now let's kick it over to see what we've been doing this week.
Well, hey, what's up? I hope you are doing well. Do you need any leftover Easter eggs? Because we have a few boxes of them. There's a game that my friends and I used to play when we were in school, when we were allowed to play. We would play this game called Mini Putt. Now, I don't think I have played this since I was in school, which was just a few years ago. So I'm gonna jump in and I'm gonna try playing this and see if I can get a score similar to what I used to get, which was there's 18 holes and I used to be able to get like a 20. Like I was that good. at this. Which, if you're doing the math, that's good. What that was. All right, let's see how we do. How's this looking? Is this looking good? Hole in one. We're off to a good start. We're off to a good start. Look at that. I feel good about this. Now the trick in this one is to go to the far hole. Let's see if I can get there. And boom! Another hole in one. Okay, 2 for 2. What? Like, let me know right now. Do you think I'm gonna get like? Do you think I'll get 18? 18's not possible. It just ain't gonna happen. Let's see here. Hole 3. He had me worried. He had me worried. Okay, this one. Oh, I think I did this wrong. I think so. Here's the thing. There's a trick to every single hole, and I don't really remember all of them. And now once I set this, I can't go back. So we'll just hope that this. Oh no! Oh no! Uh-oh. This is gonna be tough. We gotta do a little bank. A 2. What do you guys think I'm gonna end up with? I feel like I'm gonna get a solid like 84. I'm gonna go with a double bank. Or maybe like triple bank. And no! I mean, it's okay. It's all good. Like, I meant to do this. I wanted to make it a little challenging. Hole in one is the way to go. I'm gonna get another hole in one. You don't like to see that. You don't like to see that. That, boys and girls. Okay, clown. I'm about to make you frown when I put this down as a hole in one. Hole in one. I don't even know why. Why would I want to make a clown frown? Okay, here, I want to show you this. You hit this backwards to get more power to it. And we'll just kind of see what happens. That did not go well. I will just say it right now. That did not go well. How in the world? Totally meant to do that. That's just how you play the game. Now I'm gonna go. Yippee-yi-yo, gonna get. It's time for hole in one, and then I'm done. But it's only hole 10, so I'm gonna have to do some more. I'm gonna get a hole. 2. You don't have to be so blue, even when you get a 2, because you know what they say. I'm hoping you'll tell me what they say. I don't know what they say. All right. We're gonna go. Here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna hit it, and it's gonna go in. We're back. We're back to the hole in one, and I'm gonna get it done now. Hole in one right here. Hole in 2. You would think you would want to go right in the middle, but no, that's not the answer. You go to the side, you give it a little bank shot, give it a little banky, and then you miss, and you end up with a 2 or a 3. This is not going at all how I had hoped. Judge the slope. We're gonna make it happen. I hit it. I didn't mean to hit it. I was looking at you trying to talk about something, and it didn't really quite work out the way that I planned, but that's okay because I'm gonna eat some Spam, and then I'm gonna get a hole in 2. I am not looking that good. This is not good. Okay, here we go. Bank to the bank to the into the hole, hole in one, and then it's done. Ooh, yeah. You know what? This shouldn't matter that much to me. But it does. It matters a lot to me. And me and my friends and I, we would have competitions to see who was going to get the best score in our class. And sometimes when you lose, you ever get frustrated when you lose? That probably never happens to you. You know what? Surprisingly, it happened to me sometimes. But you know, a game like this will never make me mad. Like I could never get upset at playing a silly little game. Are you kidding? Okay, I'm not. It's all right. It's all right. I'm gonna get a 2. You got par. You got par. Now it's time for me to. Oh no, I don't remember how to do this. I'm just gonna hit it backwards because it's kind of fun to see how far it will go. And if I don't get a hole in one, I will not, like this, it'll be fine. I'll be fine. There we go. Uh-oh. Can I get under 30? I have 2 shots to make this, and I can get under 30, which in my calculations means that it would be less than 30. Who's gonna get a hole in one? It's all in the hips. It's all in the hips. The hips and the clicks. I'm gonna click this. Oh! 29! Wow. Play again. Should I play again? No. Well, that was fun and never frustrating at all. I feel pretty good about it. It's fun to go back and play some things that you used to play before. And I'll tell you, I spent probably way too much time when I was younger playing this game. And it doesn't really show at all anymore. But hey, it was so fun to go back. Hope you enjoyed it.
Wow, that looked amazing. Steven, I have a surprise for you.
Oh boy, oh boy.
So last week we played this game called Does Chocolate Make It Better? And we had so much fun that I thought I would bring it back for round 2, except this time it's going to be called Does Cheese Make It Better? Now, if you're like me, you probably like cheese on everything. You know, cheese on bread, cheese in your hot dogs. All right, so we've got 4 different items on the plate. We've got a dill pickle, because sweet pickles are gross, an apple, a cheddar bratwurst, which already has cheese in it, surprisingly enough, and a peanut butter Ritz cracker. So, Steven, last week I gave Chris the option of choosing the first object, so I'll let you go first. Which one do you want to do first?
I think we start with the Ritz cracker.
Okay.
Because I feel like that's not going to be as shocking as some of the other ones here, and this way it'll be a slow build-up. I use my fork here just to...
I do actually prefer the Ritz cheese crackers over the
I do too.
the peanut butter ones. Oh, you're going in the middle.
Well, I accidentally broke mine in half, so that's what we're doing now.
It's not bad. I kind of like it.
I think I prefer one or the other.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of the combo,
I don't
but
know.
it wasn't bad.
Maybe they just don't put enough peanut butter and I put enough cheese on there. It wasn't as noticeable. All right, so for mine, I am going to choose, let's go with the apple. If you can see it closely, you're probably thinking, that's a brown apple, that's gross. It wasn't brown when I cut it like a little bit ago. It was fresh, so.
Cheese.
Yeah, a lot of cheese on there. All right, you ready?
Absolutely.
3, 2, 1. Don't like that. Nope.
It's just all cheese in my mouth right now.
It's all cheese. Maybe if it was a bigger chunk of apple, but it's like cheese and apple skin.
Yep. Yep. Not
I
great.
can't stop chewing it. It won't go down. Steven, you get to choose the next one.
I'm thinking brat.
It's a good call.
For the brat.
Save the pickle for last.
Yeah.
All right, let's get it nice and covered. This is probably going to be the best one out of all of them.
I would assume so.
It's a lot of cheese.
Yeah, it was a lot of cheese, but I feel like it went well with what we had. It worked better for that than anything else.
Yes, I liked it. And we got one more, the pickle, Vlasic. You know, these are actually an Imlay City staple.
Oh, really?
You know, there's a Vlasic factory just a couple blocks from my house. I don't know if you knew that or not, but
Oh, I did not know that. I've never been to your
nothing
house.
is better than walking out of your house in the morning and the sweet fragrance of dill pickle in the air. Just really lights up the town.
Yeah?
It does. So, you ready?
Wait, okay. No, hold on. My cheese fell off.
I don't forget. I was too excited.
All right, here we go.
I think that made it better. Dill pickle's already great. Cheese, great. To mix together, it worked.
All I could taste was the pickle, so. Sure.
Steven, thanks for playing this game with me. Here's some more stuff that we did this week.
When paired with a pile of cement and a dream, Chris, Kyle, and Steven held one last backyard competition. And the results may shock you.
All right. Concrete throw. What? Concrete put?
Rock put.
Rock put.
Rock put.
Here we go.
Looks like it's my turn. Throw the rock over there. So this one gonna be?
Look at that roll. What's the form? Is it, do you flick with the wrist and let it out?
I didn't even.
Make sure you follow through. Just like Jordan. Crossover.
All right. Rock put. Oh, no roll at all.
Third place.
Well, I found that riveting. I hope you all did too, and you as well, Kyle. I hope you're excited because, as we said earlier, HC Kids TV up north is happening.
Going
next
up
week.
north, baby.
I'm going up north, I think. If I can find my plan. My plan has to change every year because I go with the same people. I sneak into their luggage every single time. And I've kind of had to change up my methods a little bit.
Now, Steven, you're taller, so I guess what's the minimum requirements for a suitcase for you to be able to get in? Or do you usually choose like a duffel bag, or
It depends.
what is your method?
Sometimes I go with a duffel bag. I feel like that is a little easier than trying to fit into a suitcase. But it
Okay.
depends on how big the duffel bag is.
Okay.
Sometimes I will put my own duffel bag in with other people's stuff, and then they get a little confused, like, well, I don't remember where this came from, but I guess whoever left it, and we got to bring it.
Wow. Can't wait to hear the tale. HC Kids TV up north. It's going to be great. Make sure you tune in starting next week.
All right, boys and girls, now we're going to jump into our Bible story for this week, continuing with our theme of people who did some training before they got to their big moments in the Bible. We're looking at Esther. Now, Esther was known for being a queen. However, she wasn't always a queen, and there was a lot of stuff that went into her becoming a queen and allowed her to save her people that we're going to take a look at today that helped prepare her to do this great deed that she did.
Hey, what is up? I'm so excited to be here with you for these next few moments talking about what we've been talking about all month, about how training for things, anything really, specifically the Backyard Olympics, is really good. Those are good things to do, which, by the way, how awesome was the Backyard Olympics? They were so much fun. We hope you enjoyed them. The best part about them is you can go back and watch them at any time. They're on YouTube on our channel here, and so you can just watch any of those anytime. And guess what? We're going to have more opportunities for you to participate in those as the summer goes on. So we're excited about that. But as we've been talking, training is good for all these other things. For the Backyard Olympics, for all sorts of sports, for all sorts of really anything. But training our heart, training and preparing to be godly, training in godliness, our spiritual training is far more important. And that was God inspiring a man named Paul to write those words in the New Testament of the Bible. So we've been learning about how awesome people throughout the Bible have been used by God. And we've been looking at kind of their stories before they had these big moments, before they did really, really big things for God. They did a lot of very small things, and they had lives kind of like what you and I would think would be kind of just normal lives. And even when God was using them, it seems like they just had kind of normal lives. God was just using them in really cool ways. And I think God wants to use you and me and all of us in really awesome ways. And so that's why we're looking at this, seeing what we can learn. And today we're going to learn about how to be prepared. So we're going to learn to prepare, but also be aware. So prepare and be aware. And we're going to look at a woman named Queen Esther. Now, I say woman, but she was believed to be 14 when she was queen, which is kind of wild to think about. Some of you have older siblings that might be around Queen Esther's age, and it's kind of crazy to think that they could be running something or be queen. But she was believed to be about 14 years old, which is also cool to know that teenagers and even kids, there was a king in the Old Testament of the Bible that was 8 years old. 8! 8 years old as king. So there's awesome stories of how God used kids to do really awesome things too. And I think he wants to use you in really awesome ways. And so Esther, we talked about this in day 1 of kids camp. So you might remember, if not, you can go back and you can see it, but we talked about her. We talked about this big moment that she is known for. In Esther chapter 4, we learn that she gets the opportunity to save her people. And so Mordecai, who's one of her relatives who kind of raised her from a very young age, he talks about, he's talking to her and kind of asking her to really consider this, to step up for this big moment. And he says, who knows, maybe you were brought to this royal position. Maybe you became queen for such a time as this, maybe to step up for this very big moment. But before we get to that moment, we got to learn about Esther, and we got to really see how she was preparing, and she was also being awareing. She was prepared and aware. Yeah, okay, it rhymes kind of. So prepare and aware. Esther, before she became queen, was a girl living in that area at the time. Like, she was just hanging out, like doing her things. I don't really know what she was doing, but I do know this: there was a queen before Esther, and she refused to go see the king. And so because of that, the king was very upset, said he didn't want her in his presence anymore, and so they needed to find a new queen. And so that's when this Esther thing starts to really take off. That's when Esther comes into the picture, because at that point they kind of put together this competition. It's almost like a beauty pageant to see who would be queen. Now, there's a lot we could talk about here, but that's just part of Esther's story. And so we're going to just focus on this, that Esther was in this competition. And so she was in this competition, and there's a couple of really important moments. Mordecai, her relative, gives her a lot of advice along the way. And you know what she does? She just listens. She humbly listens to what he has to say, and then she follows. We've talked a lot about obeying over the last couple of weeks, and this is part of it too, is Esther was just obeying her cousin who was raising her. So Mordecai was just very important to her, and so she was listening to him. She was obeying him. And then she got there was someone put in charge of her in this competition, and they gave her some advice on what to do. See, in this part of the competition, they were able to go in front of some people and ask for anything they wanted. Like, literally anything they wanted. They could ask for it. Anything they wanted, and they could probably get it. And so she listened to the advice of the person that was in charge of her to not ask for too much, but just ask for a few of the things that this person had suggested. And so instead of going, I want this, I want this, I want this, she only asked for those things that she had been told to ask for. She listened in that moment too. And it says that she really won a lot of praise. A lot of people were excited because she was just a very humble girl. And so that was a really cool thing to see too, that in that moment she was not only preparing, God was preparing her all this time to get ready for that, but she also, for this big moment where she saves her people, but also she was aware. She was aware of those situations, even if they seemed so little, like requesting something. Even when they seemed so little, she was aware of the importance of those situations. And they were helping develop her into the I want to say woman, but the girl, the teenage girl that would step up and do something really awesome later on too. But before that even happens, turns out there were some people that wanted to hurt the king. Mordecai heard about it, told Esther about it, and then Esther understood how important this was, so she went and told people about it, reported it, and saved the king's life. So before she saved an entire group of people, she saved all of her people, before that, she saved the king's life by speaking up. Again, God was preparing her all of this way. And so I want you to know something, and I learned this from a really good friend of mine. He says that your waiting is not wasted. Even when you feel like you're not doing the big thing that you really want to do, in the times where you feel like you're waiting for those big moments, that time is not wasted. Those are times that God is preparing you and helping develop us into the people, the men and women, the young boys and girls that He wants us to be, the ones that are closer and closer to Him. That is so important for us to know, that God's preparing us all this way. But then also, we need to be aware of these situations. We need to be aware of how crucial and how important even the littlest of situations are. Even the situations where we're arguing with a sibling at home. Even the situations where we are assigned to do some chores around the house. We need to be aware of the importance of those things, because not only are they preparing us for something, but it's an opportunity to win favor. It's an opportunity in our home to keep peace. It's an opportunity in our home to show that we can be trusted with more responsibility. These are all little opportunities that we need to be aware of. One of my favorite books in the Bible is actually a few books, but Peter wrote them. And in 1 Peter, he talks about the idea of being aware. Being aware that we have a real enemy that looks around for opportunities for us to mess up, looks for opportunities for us to get frustrated in those moments, looks for opportunities for us to just kind of overlook the importance of these little moments. And there's so many other examples of that throughout the Bible, but I just love that, and I think it's important for us to prepare and be aware. And so I want you this week to really put this into practice. I want you this week to look to see what God might be doing in the littlest of situations. Look to see how He might be developing you and helping you grow. Not just taller, not just stronger, but in your heart, how He can be growing you, helping you develop into someone that's more godly, someone that can understand God's love just a little bit more every single day. So I want you to look for those ways this week. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I hope you have a great week. We're so excited that you chose to join us here today.
Whoever left it, and we got to bring it.
Wow. I can't wait to hear the tale. Well, I don't know.
I love everything about that. I love that you guys did that.
So hopefully I make it back this year. Sometimes I have to hitchhike because once I pop out, I get caught, and it's weird.